The number one player in the state of Connecticut, edge rusher Kayden Bennett, has committed to Illinois. He announced that yesterday at noon via his X account. He did have a visit scheduled for Friday, the 20th. I guess he couldn't wait. So he has committed to Illinois. He is a 3/4-star recruit. It depends on what website you go to. 24/7 had him as a 3-star, but some other outlets have him as a 4. So definitely a very high upside 3 to lower side 4. Really good commit for Illinois. Really good to have that edge rusher as well and start bolstering up that defense. And he's, again, the number one player in Connecticut. He chose Illinois over Syracuse, Washington, and West Virginia. 24/7 also has him as the number 91 edge in the country. And he's 6'2", he's 245. His scouting report, I was able to find a bit of a scouting report on Sports Illustrated for him. So these are exact quotes from that Sports Illustrated article about his commitment, by the way. He is a little short for a lineman at 6'2", but he's got really good burst, lateral movement, sophisticated pass rush moves, and a knack for putting himself around the ball. So all very good things despite being undersized. I mean, obviously we expect that. He's the number one player in his state. Even if you're the number one player in Wyoming, it's very impressive. So very excited about that news. Kayden Bennett. He's another class of 26 recruit. Man, I mean, that class of 2026 just keeps growing. What was the number I had on that last week? Because we were talking recruiting stuff last week. I think it was like the number 15 class in the nation is what I said last week. Yes, 15th in the nation. That is only after this commit. And Illinois is still very much in pursuit of a lot of other big commits. We are hitting a big recruiting season here. End of June, early July is pretty big so far for Illinois. They've been doing great. A few more commits on Kayden Bennett's level. This could be a top 10 class without a doubt. This class just keeps growing. Bielema is really put a new spotlight on Illinois, right? It's just so cool to see these posts about recruits, seeing that Illinois is in their finalists with SEC schools, real big, Big Ten schools, right? Like Ohio State, Penn State, things like that. Just really good to see Illinois get their time in the spotlight and seeing these recruits take interest in Illinois. And they've done a good job recruiting in state. But yeah, this is again a top player from a different state. So really glad that we can pull Kayden Bennett is his name once again. Really glad that we can pull him out of the state of Connecticut. Again, the 4-star recruit. That is a big deal, no matter what school that is, especially for Illinois. But again, give it a few more years of this kind of recruiting from Bielema, and getting a 4-star at Illinois is not going to be nearly as big of a shock as it is right now. So that's the news on that.